I'm from their cloth. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children. Praise be to Allah.
Don't rate Tyson Fury's power.
I didn't say that. I said I don't think that he's an out-and-out puncher. I don't think that Tyson Fury is a big heavyweight puncher. And if you know anything about heavyweight boxing, he's not. If you list the top 5, 6 guys in the division, he's not up there in terms of his power. He's not. He's never. You look at his resume, whether it's Hammer, whether it's Chisora, whether it's Klitschko, whether it's Schwartz. Schwartz's fight was never a Warlin. Even against Seferi and Pianetta, he's never been an explosive puncher. But he stopped Deontay Wilder more with pressure and work rate. But I don't think he's a one-punch knockout specialist. That's what I'm talking about, and I feel that Dillian Whyte is. So I see that fight going late. I don't see Tyson Fury winning that fight early by stoppage. And if it goes late, I favour Dillian Whyte because he's going to dog him all night and he's going to trade up left hooks. And I think he's got a great, only my opinion. You know, I mean, it's hard having a conversation with a fanboy. But, we move, as the kids say.
Those are the words of Eddie Hearn, and he claims that Tyson Fury doesn't have one-punch knockout power, okay? And let me counterpunch, okay? When he says that Fury's not a puncher, okay? That's what the title says, that Fury's not a puncher according to Tyson Fury. And I like how he explained himself, okay? Because, see, when a lot of people can take something you say out of context very easily. They do it to me all the time. It happens. It happens. It happens. It happens. Tyson Fury is not. Tyson Fury is a guy that, like he said, pressure, volume, work rate. Those are the factors that Tyson Fury has. He's fast. He's quick. Not saying he won't knock the shit out of you. I'm not saying that. And, you know, and I think he's a lot bigger puncher than a lot of people think, or he's a better puncher, let's say that, than a lot of people give him credit for based on his size, based on his style change, okay? But the way he fought before, he didn't fight under the style that enabled him to, or abled him to fight or punch the way he was punching. But you have to look at someone like Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder has all the heart in the world, but then you have to ask yourself, what and how can you judge a person's punching power by fighting the same fucking guy? If that guy that he fought, Deontay Wilder, hasn't fought White, hasn't fought Joshua, hasn't fought Usyk, hasn't fought Ruiz, hasn't fought Joyce, hasn't fought Dubois, hasn't fought a lot of these guys, okay? You can go down the list. You can go to Charles Martin. You can go to Helenius. You can go to Kalnaki. You can go to a lot of guys that he has not fought. How do you rate his jaw or his chin based on one fight, or one guy, rather? Okay? It's hard to. It's almost impossible because those guys never chinned him. Shit, even Molina chinned him and had him buckled. Sconyers had him down. Okay, we can't find that shit anywhere. That's the weirdest shit I've ever seen. You know what I mean? But that it is what it is. So you have to question. Ortiz buzzed him with a right hook. Not saying Ortiz can't punch, but then Wilder himself saying that I told you that Ortiz couldn't punch. You know what I mean? So if he couldn't punch, what does that say about his chin? See, Wilder might be a guy that he's a heavyweight. Fury calls a cruiserweight, right? And he might have nicks or kinks in his armor as well. He might can take a jaw shot, but if you catch him up here, that's where his soft spot is, right? What happened? When he got caught with that right hook right here, he kept getting caught in this punch. Fury knew where to hit Wilder and hurt Wilder, okay? Just like Ruiz caught him with a left, Anthony Joshua with a left hook. Those guys, I think, have better chins than they do heads, right? Or upper dome strength, okay? If that's a such thing, right? They can take certain punches in certain parts and spaces of the head, and they can't take it other parts. And I think that may be the problem with Anthony Joshua. That's why he gets the jacket of being chinny. But then Deontay Wilder, let's say he gets in there and gets it with a guy and gets hurt the same way in the same place. The first thing people are going to say is he's chinny. No, he's not chinny. He's just, that's his kink in the armor. But how do we know that if he's fighting Tyson Fury all the fucking time? You know, it's a Tyson Fury Deontay Wilder show since 2018, 19, no, well, it's supposed to be 19, but 2020, then 2021. So it spanned of 4 years. Okay? So at that notion, what Eddie Hearn is saying, he's not a one-punch knockout artist. No, he's not, and he based his resume on that. But there is a flip side. The flip side is that Tyson Fury did change up his style. He did gain more weight, and with that weight came punching power. He laid down on those punches. He stayed aggressive, and he punched, because when you sit down on punches and you commit to punches, more devastating impact occurs. So that's what Tyson Fury has. But is he a knockout punch artist? No, he's not a Wilder. Okay, he's not a Ernie Shavers. So when people think, oh man, he's going to go in there and knock someone out just because you've seen him do that to one person, you're mistaken. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Eddie Hearn stating that Tyson Fury is not a puncher, meaning he's not a one-punch knockout artist. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.